Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, I wanted to show you some potted plants, some planters and plant stands, and also a little throwback to my window blocks planter and show you that again and also some new ideas and old ideas from some of our community members. But first, say hello to Dog Meat. Hello, dear. Now, I hope you guys are doing well during this strange time. I am currently laid off, but I'm just, hanging about and trying to stay happy and healthy, which is what I hope you guys are doing too. Okay? So let's get started here. Now, a long time ago, we had a builder called MadQueen Show. And she took a little potted plant and stuck a Mutfruit plant inside the potted plant. And so since then, we've all been trying to come up with all these different ideas of what to do with our crops and whatnot. And there's been people that have mods and have done these in different forms as well. But of course, when you have mods, everyone knows that you are on a different level of creativity that is different from doing things without mods. So all of these are designs using no mods. Okay. So I'll go ahead and show you the two Creation Club ones I came up with because some people consider those mods, some people don't, and I understand that. So I just took one of the potted plants and merged it into this little tiki stool and made a little planter out of that. And then I made this one here. It's a little already potted plant put into a bar stool, so it kind of looks like a plant stand. All right, now with those two out of the way, as what you can see, she's waiting here to tend the crops. They will go ahead and tend the crops when you do some of these different ideas, so you don't have to worry about that. This is the Nuka-Cola rocket, and I put a plant on top of that, kind of as a plant stand, I guess. Now this, the plant coming out of the tire, I could probably credit every builder in the community, modded and non-modded, for this is just, a given. But in regards to this, since it's no mods, I had to run the tire from outside of the settlement and bring it into the settlement. So I just put the corn, I put the tire down first, and then I put the corn right in the middle of it. I didn't have to use a rug or anything like that. So I usually like to put my plants on a rug before I start glitching them because they kind of do a weird thing when you just group select them with a pillar. So over here I did some switches with some potatoes growing out of those. This is the Nuka-Cola cart that I just sunk into the ground, and then when you do that, the dirt shows through, and then I put my tater plants in there. So hope you like that. This one I just took some picket fence posts and made them into a square, and then stuck a potted plant in there, and then a piece of corn on top of that. The Mutfruit on the bed is a throwback to Liz, which is more to me for life. A lovely builder, a lovely lady, and a lovely friend. She inspired me with this kind of like weirdness to do even more weird things that kind of don't make sense, but they just look cool and they're weird, which inspired me to do Kevin the Crazy Farmer, where I made a couch planter and also took one of the video game cages from Nuka World and made a whole planter out of that as well. So yeah, I just did a lot of funky things with the plants there for a while. This is just one of the bar stools with a potted plant in there, and then a crop of corn. I really like this one. For some reason, it looks like it was just already like that. It doesn't look like I did anything to it. But the bottom of it there is there's Bottle and Cappy. I think those are the two guys' name from Nuka World. So Bottle, I sunk him into the ground with an ice cream cone because they're so tall. You have to use the ice cream cone to sink them. And then I just put the little cactus inside of there. So I thought that looked really cute. Did the same thing with this one. Just use the, oh, what is that? It's actually a sign holder, but you can use it as a pillar. Or you could use this as a chair or flooring or steps. But that's what that yellow piece is. And then I just put the cactus inside of it. This one I just sunk a regular old ashtray into the ground. It looks like a little pot with I put carrots in it. So yeah. So let's go back over here because I did this funny one on stilts with the lights, the little lamps. And I think you can turn those lamps on and off. But even if you can't, just make sure you don't have them close to a conduit so the lights won't come on. Because 3 of those together, whoo, that'll blind you right there. So, but I thought that looked kind of funny. Interesting, creative, whatever word you want to use. Just something different. Now, this is my original window box idea that my friend Lemmy helped me with. I made a window box trial video, and then I also did the original video where I was talking about building them, and I showcased them, and I also showcased how to use the Children of the Atom flags as curtains for your house. So, but yeah, we had originally put on here crops like the gourd. So, but you can put whatever you want to on top of that to make it look like a plant stand or whatever you're holding there. But, you know, the only downfall is that it is a toilet seat, so you'll have settlers come over there and sit on it and whatnot. The good thing about using the Brahmin trough, which is what I started using after that one, because, you know, this came with Wasteland Workshop, which came first, and then Nuka World, which this one came to, so I started using this one later on. And if you just don't have any Brahmin in your settlement, this works well. You can stick all kinds of things in there. Sticking the rugs in there to make it look like dirt is a Stacy Plays Fallout idea. Also, this little one hanging potted plant here is also a Stacy Plays Fallout idea. She no longer does Fallout 4 builds. Her channel is still around. I'll leave a link to it, but all of her videos are on private, so we can't see what lovely work she did. So we just have our memories, and I will still always credit her for her lovely ideas. This is my window box, of course, window box planter. You can put supports underneath it, or you can just leave it as is. As you know, you can tack a window box to the window, and it can it'll be just fine if you just don't put something real heavy in there. So yeah, realistic either way you want to do it. And there's nothing in this little shack. It's just for show. And so I also did my planter over here, my window box planter, as a hanging version. Now there's another YouTuber that did a hanging planter by using the toilet seat, which was my original window box idea. And then I added the dirt on top, and then some watermelons, or melons rather. And so this is a Nasty Bones creation here. I just kind of added to it to make it longer to fit the melons on there. And then I used the Stacy Plays Fallout idea to make it look like there was dirt on top of there. So as you can see, you can take several ideas from people and their inspiration and use these in your builds. There's certainly nothing wrong with that, but I like to credit people for their ideas. I think it's a nice thing to do, and it lets people know of all the other lovely builders in our community, right? So, going on here, this is kind of an insane Shucklador idea, uh, because he had asked me to use this mortar as, I think it was a hot tub or bathtub, which I didn't get to do. So I thought I would use it as a planter. So there you go, Sheck. I hope you like that. Sheck is another great builder in our community. Now I made this little planter. I thought it was very interesting. It's one of the fish baskets from Far Harbor. And I just inserted some bar stools that have the wooden tops on there. And then put the Mutfruit plant in there. And then because the legs stick out at the bottom, because they're bar stools, it makes it look like the little basket has legs. So I thought that looked really cute. Now this one, I don't know, this one this is probably my favorite one because it looks so natural. I just took some of the fence posts and put them in a circle and put a potted plant in there, and put some other potted plants at the bottom to where they kind of come through the bottom of it. You see all the twigs coming out? So, yeah, I really like that planter. Looks very natural. Now this one is just two old, I think it's Vault Tech toilet seats pushed together, and then I put a potted plant in there with some corn. So I thought that one looks pretty cool too. Looks like a planter. This is another favorite one. You guys know I love to use the lights and stuff, and well, I just love colorful things. It's kind of whimsical looking to me. I just took 4 of the fence posts and then 4 of the lights, pixel lights, and of course there's a conduit in there. Hook them up all together. Put a potted plant in there, and then a Mutfruit plant, and that looks like a doggone planter right there, don't it? I like it. And so these other 2 over here were definitely inspired off of some of Easy's designs. He's kind of a new builder in the community, and kind of inspired me to go ahead and make another video about these planters and whatnot. So I just took 3 of the lights and stacked them on top of each other, and then put a plant in there so it kind of looks like a planter. Took the same light on this one, and then used the yellow desk lamp that has the white top, and then I just put a potted plant inside of that one, which fit pretty doggone perfectly. And yeah, so that looks like a planter as well. And so let me mosey on over here, and I'm going to show you one of Easy's designs. He put a potato plant inside of a file cabinet, which was very interesting. And also he put some of the plants inside the little gumdrops from Nuka World, which I thought were very adorable. I love that whimsical type of stuff. As you can see, she will go ahead and tend the plants. So I just took his idea and did the 4 gumdrops, but then I stuck them inside of a car. So they're all there together, a little family of plants. So yeah, great ideas, Easy. I really liked your potted plants designs. So you all will have to go check those out. I made this one out of a pool table where all the corn is growing up out of the holes. So I thought that was kind of funny. So yeah, that's about it, guys. If anyone has any ideas like this, or maybe your video hasn't been known to the community and you've built some things like this, make sure and leave the link to your video in the comments section so that people know who you are. I can always add the link into the description box later on if you let me know who you are and what you've designed. I like to let everyone know about other builders in our community, and I love to credit people for their ideas, especially original ideas. So, and I hope you guys feel the same way. I'll do a little video on this armor shop I built in the next one. So, again, I hope you guys are safe and happy and well in your lives, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.